Okay, so in this video we are going to talk about what is the next step that you want to do when you're going to alter a 5-ring or however many ring binder. So with the existing book pages, so this is a Better Homes and garden book. You might have the cookbook version, you might have the craft book version, but it doesn't matter. But because especially if it's a vintage book, and the paper is very delicate and fragile and starting to become more prone to easily tear. So we're going to be covering the pages, so that will reinforce the paper itself. But now we're concerned with the actual area where the actual holes for the binder go. And those are tearing, some are really very brittle and torn already, so those would be discarded. But the ones who are still in pretty good condition, now this was one of the divider pages, but what I did is I just took strips of paper, folded them, measured it approximately. This is 3/4 of an inch. This one was nearly an inch. So it just depends on the width that you want, but you want to make sure you're covering a very good amount of both sides of where the hole is punched. So 3/4 of an inch to an inch would be good. So that means you need a 2-inch piece or 1.5 inch piece. And then you fold it over, of course, and then you want to glue it. So I used the tacky glue. So I glue all the way down around just the edge of the hole, all the way down across the bottom, up this side, put the glue all the way up here. Don't worry about putting any glue here in the middle. And then fold the paper over, and then you turn it over, and you do the same thing on the other side, and then you fold that piece over. And now, don't worry about, just use a solid piece of paper. Don't worry about where the holes are. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take one of the other pieces of paper, or if you have the dividers, I would recommend using the dividers because they're sturdy. And then you're going to line up the holes, and you're going to use a clothespin or a paper clip, hold that paper in place, and then with the hole puncher just punch the holes all the way down. So that's quick and easy how to do it. So when I first started saying, okay, what am I going to do? Let's reinforce it. Okay, so I went the old-fashioned, old-school way of doing the little hole protectors. Well, that was going to take me forever. So unless you have a sheet of those hole protectors that have adhesive on the other side where you could just peel them off and put them on, and then you're good to go, because of course now you're going to have to keep in mind you're going to need quite a few, you know, front and back. But I did not have that. I was just getting my circle punch. I punched out the circle, and then I put it over the here, and then I had my template, and then I was punching the holes. But I said, wait a minute, this is going to take forever to do this. So I said, no. There has to be a better way. So then I said, okay, this is what we're going to do instead. So if you have one long piece, which this is still 2 pieces, but if you have the 11-inch side of your paper, depending on the size of your page, then you could cut one whole long strip and then glue it down, and then use your template, and you're going to punch the holes. So that's what I started doing. And so I've got a number of them done. So I started with the pages that I had already started embellishing, and then I went through, and then I took out all the pages from the book, and then now I'm just doing a number of pages, and I went through and I'm going through, and anything that I can use as ephemera, I'm taking those pages and out, because I mean there's just more pages in this book than I would ever need, and it's just way too heavy. And then I also did this other divider page, and I just went ahead and put the piece here. And I think, is this one long piece? This might be one long piece here. So some of them I was able to get the one long piece, and others it's has seams, but it doesn't take any, you know, it doesn't bother the look. It doesn't affect it. It still looks good. And then when I come in to decorate the other side of the page, but at least now the holes are not going to rip, the paper is not going to come out, and it's reinforced. And so like right now, see how flimsy they are without any kind of reinforcement. But once they're reinforced, of course this is one of the divider pages, so it's already very sturdy, but this was just a regular page. So here's a piece of paper on this side, piece of paper on this side, so now that gives it that extra stability, so now it's going to be strong. And then once you're adding embellishments like this little fabric border, that's going to add to it even more. And then this one, I still have to decorate the back of this, but this front side, with all the layers I have and fabric and things going on here, and then now the tags in the pocket, this is very sturdy. I mean, it's, you know, getting some weight to it now. So this one was, I decided, you know, which you can decide the same thing. Once you get all your pages done, you can rearrange them, and that's the beautiful thing about having a binder and altering it and making it into a journal, is now you can rearrange these pages and move them around as you desire. So what I'm going to do is I'll have one page that was going to be decorated like that with pockets and tags and flip pages and whatever I want, and then I'll have my solid pages with the journaling spots. Here's another one. This has the pocket, and then this side had the flip piece here, but they're still journaling. So I had to keep that in mind. So you wouldn't want to necessarily put a solid piece here for journaling, because now this side is all going to be bulky. So you're going to run into, you know, the button and all kinds of things when you're trying to write on that other side. So I thought about that, and I said, okay, so then what I will do over here is I'll put another decorative element here. So I'm thinking I'll do probably one of my altered envelopes and make the two pockets. So I'll just cover this whole thing first with something really pretty, and then maybe a collage like I did on the other one. We already did that yesterday. And then I'll come in with my altered envelope to make it a beautiful pocket. And that will have a lot of texture as well going on. So if you've seen me do those, you see how much I put on those. There's buttons and all kinds of cute little things hanging off of it. So this is where I'm at so far. So this is just a quick short video, but I wanted to give you the next very important step before you start decorating all your pages. You want to first reinforce the side with the holes, then move forward with the rest of your embellishing and decorating. And then after that, you won't have to worry about them ripping and coming out when you're further down the road. And then I love the other feature about the binder is you can still take the pages, and I can make the little fabric border to go there. So that's it, quick and easy. Next video will be doing more embellishing, so we'll make that little cute altered envelope pocket together, and it just will be continuation of decorating each page, adding papers for the journaling, and then maybe some pretty little ephemera on there just to make it more interesting. And then we'll have more pages like this, and the other one with more textures and layers and things of that sort. And then when we're all done, then you'll be able to see what it looks like and how beautiful it is, and what a great alternative to just have a binder and turn it into a journal. So thank you for being here with me today. Stay safe, keep creating in the sunshine, and I will see you in the next video in our Altered Book Journal series. Bye-bye.